Yeah. Ooh. I have been obsessed with this recipe and it is so incredibly easy. I've been having this as my lunch dessert or my actual dessert, and it's so easy and so good. I've actually been getting some sourdough. One of my new friends here in Arizona opened a bakery, so I've been getting it from her, which is delicious. But you can get sourdough or use Ezekiel. This really applies to any kind of bread. I will say sourdough is incredibly healthy for gut health, especially for my clients who are obviously going through the menopause transition. Their gut microbiome changes. So it's super important to be cognizant of your gut health and to also have fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, pickled vegetables, and sourdough bread is one of them. So we're gonna need some bread, protein powder. So I have two different flavors here. I really cannot say anything about these brands because I'm not in love with the ingredients. These are a little bit fun where they'll have a nice flavor, but I don't love the other stuff in there. I will recommend though Sun Warrior and Complement. Then we're gonna need a plant-based milk. This is my trusty dusty Plant Strong walnut milk for that added calcium, omega-3s, and then flaxseed. If you do not use protein powder at all, then I recommend powdered peanut butter. It'll do the same thing. So first things first, we have to get our slice of bread out. And this is actually a week old. So I'm probably gonna cut my fingers doing this. Yeah, ooh. And we're gonna use this slice here. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the cooking show. Nothing new here. This is a recipe I just love because you can just use one little thing and you're good. No cleanup, single serve, takes a second. So we're gonna add in our tablespoon of flax seeds. Flax seeds are perfect for omega-3s. If you're in menopause, inflammation naturally goes up, and having omega-3s can really help decrease that inflammation. It's a powerful antioxidant. I always tell my clients to have at least 2 tablespoons throughout the day. Then we're gonna add in our Plant Strong milk. I love this brand. I'm also gonna be an affiliate for it soon, so stay tuned. So we wanna just add it in so it makes a little bit of a batter. And then we're gonna add in a half a scoop here, or you could do a full scoop. We're gonna do a half because then we're gonna make an icing. But a half a scoop of this protein powder. Smells really good. Again, you don't have to use this. A peanut butter powder is totally fine, but if you're someone that you work out a lot and you're trying to build that muscle, having a protein powder during this season of life is totally fine. Just make sure, like I said, you look for good quality ingredients. It's third-party tested, and it's something that digests well for you. Okay, so we're gonna make, this is so freaking easy. One single serve, perfect. If you have a little bit of time in the morning and can do breakfast, then just do this at home. Now we're gonna dunk this in the batter, swirl it around, flip it over, get it all nice and covered with our batter. Perfect. And then flip her over again. Amazing. Okay. So here she is. Now we're going to put her on our baking sheet, and I broil her in the oven. I don't even put her on the stove. I broil her in the oven just because we don't need to spray oil and you don't have to be standing over it. You don't have anything to clean. I don't really like cleaning. So we're going to put her in the oven on the broil for 400 for about 8 minutes, and I flip her in between.
So right about now, I realized that my mic died. So as I make the protein icing, I'm gonna talk to you about the nutrition facts for this recipe and how you can actually set up your own nutrition for yourself if you're going through perimenopause, if you're postmenopause, or if you are approaching. This recipe has very key superfoods to really help you through the menopause transition. It's gonna have about 30 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, 14 grams of fat, and I wanna highlight the omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. Omega-6s are very inflammatory, omega-3s are anti-inflammatory. So you wanna make sure that you have a good omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. Omega-6s are gonna be things like seed oils or just saturated fats. And then for your nutrients, I want you to pay attention to calcium. Calcium is coming from the Plant Strong milk that we used. I love that brand because it's gonna have a good amount of calcium and other vitamins and minerals. So how to set up your actual nutrition now. Just eating healthy isn't enough. You have to set targets and you have to be eating the right amounts of food. So what I suggest is you should track what you're eating for about a week, a few days or a week, then go on to chronometer, and then you're gonna wanna see where you're at versus the amount of omega-3s you should be having, the amount of iron you should be having, the amount of fiber you should be having, and the amount of energy that you should be having. See if your weigh yourself daily is trending up or down, and then start to make adjustments, because now as you go through the menopause transition, you're gonna need to have the right structure. It's almost like what you used to do in the past is like Monopoly money, and it's not gonna work now in real life. You need an actual tactical system. And what we do for our clients who work inside our private coaching program is we see what they're eating right now, we see where they need to be eating, and then we work to set those targets and set those structure. Because when your nutrition is done right, you should be losing 1 to 2 pounds per week if that's your goal. Saying that the scale isn't moving because you're gaining muscle is just baloney. The scale should be moving weekly if that is your goal. If the scale is not moving weekly, then that means that you are not eating the right combination or right amount of food. So that's my little rant. I want you to join my community, link in description below, for more videos on how to do that. And now my mic will be back on.
So here she is with our blueberries and our protein icing on top. This recipe, you are gonna love it. Please let me know if you try it, what kind of flavor variation you do, and there's really no cleanup involved, which is my favorite part. So be sure to hit the link in the description for my blueprint nutrition guide and also this recipe, and stay tuned because I think I'm gonna be doing a lot more recipes on this channel than I originally intended, because that's what you guys want and that's what I'll deliver. All right, you guys, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.